Hello, welcome on in. It is Jordan with the Bet Locker here to bring you a NBA Props Friday edition for today, November 7th. We got the NBA Cup going on, and that's a good thing because we see teams play more minutes, actually care to play, don't sit guys if they can avoid it, and they usually sit guys tomorrow on the back-to-backs because they actually play a little bit harder in these NBA Cup games. So, actually excited to watch it tonight. And if you can, before we dive in, please like and subscribe. It does help out the small channel, and it does buy yourself some good karma, in my opinion. Yesterday, we tried to do the ladder challenge day one. We shaved the face all clean, even though the wife hates it. And it didn't work. We went 1-1 in NBA and 1-1 in that atrocious NFL game. So we're starting over, and we only lost $10 in each. Only $10 if you only tailed one of them. So we're starting over. Day one again is tonight, and I like that it's the NBA Cup. And for those who didn't watch the other videos, you turn $10 into 30, then you turn $30 into 90, and then $90 into 270. Easiest way to only risk $10. It's very scary, only on two teamers, and we try and ladder that up so we have plenty of money to bring in our pockets and to play with for NFL Sunday. So let's dive in. Like I said, NBA Cup tonight. We actually see teams play a little bit more, play more minutes. Plus, the best thing about it is if there are teams that have lost, then their only chance to get back in it is with a win and with blowing out teams, because a point differential is the deciding factor of any tiebreakers or whatnot. How bad did you blow out a team, and how much did you win by in each game to decide any tie factors? So when we did see this last season in that NBA Cup, and when they decided that that was a rule, we saw guys going out there or teams going out there and beating the brakes off guys by 40 points. So it is a little bit important when they add that money bonus to it, and they actually do care about it until they lose. Then they don't give a shit about it. But we're still in a position tonight where some guys haven't even played their first NBA Cup game, and some guys already have losses, so they need to win tonight. So I expect bigger minutes. So this is a guy that burned us in our, let's see, Wednesday prop video, I believe. So we're going right back to him. Now, you can pick and choose whichever guy that you like more, but Brooklyn has the worst defensive rebounds in the league right now. So, who do we target? Let's go to Detroit and Brooklyn. We target Jalen Duren or Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart burned us because he came off such an awesome game when he started for Tobias Harris, and then it switched. Then it was Duren last game who absolutely crushed. So either way, rebound wise, they both open up for each other. So you have to pick and choose who you want. Isaiah Stewart just barely opened up on 7.5 rebounds. That wasn't available earlier. And Jalen Duren was at 10.5. Now he's at 11.5. So I'm going to be going to a different little option for this. I'm going to be going points and rebounds for Isaiah Stewart. I know he burned us. I know Jalen Duren looks good, but these two guys starting with each other opens up a lot for each other. And against this Brooklyn, Brooklyn can't stop, anything. And they also, like I said, are the worst defensive rebounding team. So that means there's going to be a billion rebounds for these two guys right here, Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren. Now, I like Isaiah Stewart because he has 3-point upside. He took a lot of threes last game and he missed them, but he does have that 3-point shot that he can drain. Plus, Brooklyn at the rim is also atrocious. So pick whoever you're comfortable with. I do suggest, though, something with Jalen Duren points and rebounds or Isaiah Stewart points and rebounds. I'm going to go Isaiah Stewart with the lower line because he has 3-point upside. So I'd be taking more there. And then the second game, or the second person that I want to take is a guy that I went to a lot last season in these type of situations where there's more minutes to be played, especially in games that are wanting, that they want to win. And that's Amen Thompson on the Rockets. Now, he hasn't been having to play as much with Kevin Durant on the court, but he still plays the most minutes for the team in must-win situations. And this is a must-win for the NBA Cup, but it's also point differential. So if they win, they want to win by a lot. So I do expect that the person to benefit most minutes wise is going to be Amen Thompson. I mean, last game alone, he played 38 minutes. That was the most on the team. That was against the Grizzlies. Against the Mavericks, he played 39 minutes, tied for the most on the team. Against the Celtics, 32 minutes, and they blew him out, the most on the team. So you see where I'm going with this. He does play the most minutes on the team regardless. He is a track star. He just goes out and plays. Now, I do like when a guy is out on the floor the most, then there's more stats to go around because he is just out there. So if he's a point per minute guy, as they say in DFS world or whatnot, either way, you want to play the guy that is playing the most minutes because the statistically is going around for that player. So in a 40-minute game for Amen Thompson, I like for him to try and get something somewhere. And, I'm just going to go to old reliable. Like I said, I used this a lot last season, and that's him, points, rebounds, assists. He can use everything. You could, let's see if a fantasy score is not available for him because he's really good defensively too. So, he gets steals, he gets blocks. Let's see if he's available in steals and blocks. 2+ steals. He's right there. See, he gets that. He's gotten that last couple games, 2 out of the last 4. What about blocks? Blocks he doesn't get a lot, but he does get steals a lot, and he does create a lot of turnovers in a lot of cases. So either way, though, I'm not going to that, and I wanted to see if a fantasy score was available for that. I'm going to go to PRA for him more than 29.5. So like I said, NBA Cup, more minutes, more time, guys and teams needing to blow out other teams. I expect him in, assuming that they're not up by 50 in the fourth quarter, I expect him to be out on the floor probably anywhere between 38 and 42 minutes. And then probably going to be the most in the league tonight, assuming no overtime play. So I'll take my odds with that, with him getting stats and points and rebounds and assists with the most minutes to be played. So that's my 2 pick for your listeners only. Isaiah Stewart over 19.5 points and rebounds, or take Jalen Duren, whatever you prefer. Definitely take something in that game for rebounds. And then Amen Thompson over 29.5 PRA, points, rebounds, and assists. Now, other key games tonight, I will just point out for you guys. Cleveland, Washington. I know that Washington is atrocious, but Cleveland lost their first game, and so they need to beat these guys by 40 or 50. So they'll keep their guys out there to beat them as much as possible. Toronto, Atlanta, they both won their first game, so they both are in a must-need situation or must-win situation. That matchup's going to be awesome. Detroit needs to blow the brakes off Brooklyn. They did win their first game, but they need to have a little cushion there. And then another team that needs to blow the brakes off of them is going to be Denver. They're playing Golden State. Jimmy Butler's questionable again. No Steph Curry, but Denver lost their first game. So they need to beat this team by 40 again. So take that however you want. But those are the spots that I was seeing this morning that these guys are in must-win situations in the NBA Cup that last season did prove that they did play more minutes and they did want to beat teams by 40 just in case to have that point differential moving on to the next round. So, or to try and move on to the next round. So that's it, guys. Lock that 2-teamer in. That is our day 1 again play. And we're going to do day 2. I'm personally going to do day 2 and 3 tomorrow, or day 2 tomorrow and 3 mixed into one. So then that way I have my money for NFL. So I'm going to take my odds. I'm going to do my two-teamer tonight, and then I'm going to do two-teamers tomorrow. And I will make sure that I put out at least one props video for that. But all of our picks are available, and I will post those two plays tomorrow on our site at thebetlocker.com. And here is our little sneak peek of our preview for our free section of the props. So obviously those two plays are on here, but we have our premium plays. I do have some unders that I like tonight still, even though it is an over kind of night. I do have some unders that I like as well. So those are posted. You get everything. You get all our locker picks, DFS cheat sheets, prop bets, free bets, everything included, and our daily picks. Which NFL has been, we're 9-1 the last 2 weeks, and we are 9-3 the last 2 weeks in college. So we're crushing our picks right now. And our props last week, we cashed 6 tickets in a row. So you're not going to want to miss our premiums, obviously. And you get access to our Discord channel, which we went 2-0 yesterday with our picks, and a member gave out another 2-0 play last night in college football. So crazy. Love it. Love to see that Discord community winning together. So that's the whole point of it. You get everything included for a dirt cheap price, $6.99 a week or $19.99 a month. And you basically get 2 weeks free if you sign up for the month. So that's it, guys. Lock in that two-teamer. Let's do day one right again tonight. And let's start this weekend off right with a profit and a cashed ticket. And go ahead and go check out my NFL props video for Sunday. That will be out later today as well. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for the support. We'll see you guys.